friends. I kind of failed to exist these past few days, and now it's the weekend. Because I've been home and kind of sort of doing nothing, I've just had really low energy these past few days, but today I am excited to just do a few little things, and I really want to focus on reading some more of The Perks of Loving a Wallflower today. I was thinking about reading a comic today and just kind of getting into that space. I just took a shower and I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating these strawberries and I have this donut over here. Look at her, she's beautiful. I'm eating these strawberries because yesterday my friend texted me and oh my god, it's actually absurd. A lot of my friends live really far away from me. So my friend was texting me, asking me how I've been, whatever, and she asked me if I ate any fruit this week. And I was like, you know, now that you say that, no, I've not eaten a single piece of fruit this week. And then my friend texted me as a joke. I was assuming if she could send me fruit because she lives across the country, so I was like, hee hee, yeah, you can send me fruit, which I obviously didn't think was actually gonna happen because like I thought it was a joke. But then I got an Instacart notification and she literally sent me a bunch of fruit. It was honestly like the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me ever. I like could not stop thinking about how nice it was that she literally sent me a bunch of fruit. So yep, I'm celebrating by eating these straws with some whipped cream. So good. So that just like brought me so much joy yesterday because I was just like, why would you spend your money on me? Like, that's so nice. And then I spent a lot of time on the phone yesterday with my two friends and it was really nice. I'm just like very prone to isolation, so when I actually interact with others, I'm like, wow, that was nice. Yeah, so those are my plans for today. I'm just gonna try to have like a nice heavy reading day, relax, and we'll see how it goes. It's around 4 o'clock now and I just spent around an hour reading Perks of Loving a Wallflower. I am 78 pages in, so I've definitely gotten like a decent chunk in so far, and the story is definitely coming together. I totally didn't know what this was gonna be about at all, so it's really interesting because like basically one of the girls, both of the girls are in like different like they have different roles in society, and one of them is more rich and her mother wants her to marry someone of status and is super adamant about it, and the other girl grew up in an orphanage and has this whole like found family of siblings, and she really doesn't like play by the rules at all. But you find out that the one girl has a crush on the other girl, and so basically it's kind of like following her, pining after her, and like finding ways to involve herself in her life that is like an acceptable way, because the other girl's like mother, who's super controlling, like won't let her do anything outside of courting, basically. It's interesting because the one girl, Tommy, who basically is a part of that like big found family, her and the family like solve cases and like help people out with random stuff and like kind of get into trouble, is what I'm getting so far. So like they go into disguises a lot, so Tommy like decides to get into a disguise as a man to be able to like hang around Philippa, which is the other main girl. And really interesting, it's bringing up a lot of questionable things when it comes to gender, especially like in this era and how it relates to sexuality. But I don't know, it's pretty good so far. It's entertaining. I am finding the writing to like not be amazing. Like I'm not like the biggest fan of it. I'm glad because I was worried that
Tommy was gonna like disguise herself as a man like for a really long amount of time, but she did end up revealing it to Philippa that she was in disguise, which I'm glad, because I was just worried there was gonna be like a big miscommunication trope, and I was just like, oh god, I don't want this. So I'm glad that happened. Okay, so I took a little break from reading to film the video I was filming and mindlessly scroll through my phone, but I decided to start reading a comic because I have a lot of comics that I haven't read yet. So this one is one I've had the longest, and it's called Man-Eaters the Cursed. I love the front cover, and the art style looks really cool, but yeah, I haven't like dived into it yet. So this is what the inside looks like, and it also has like pages that look like this, which I think are really interesting. It like almost looks like a magazine or something. And then at the back they have like these buttons that you can that you can cut out, I guess. And yeah, it just seems really fun, sort of interactive. I think it takes place like at a camp. All right, so I just finished reading that comic and it's right here. I think I'm gonna give it like 3 stars. It was definitely interesting. It did like involve a camp setting, and it also like sort of involved this like horror. It was like more or less foreshadowing that there was like some horror aspect of it. Like it has this image right here, which is so creepy, and it also has this one here. So it's definitely hinting at something scary, but it didn't really have much in this first issue. And yeah, I definitely would have liked more, but it was still fun to read. Still had a good time. Okay, y'all, I have been sitting around reading this, and let me say, it is getting a lot better. Like, definitely at first I was skeptical if I was gonna like this, and now that I'm getting farther in, I'm on page 134, it is just becoming so fun. I just really like the fact that there's this element of secrecy, and the fact that both of the girls are in on this secret, and like I said, it's not something that just one of them is hiding. It just makes it like so enjoyable to read. Like they both have this secret and no one around them knows about it. Obviously, that's what a secret is. And it's interesting because most of the plot is centered around how Philippa's mother and father, but mother especially, wants her to get married to someone of high status. And they spend like all of their time just like going to like events, going to balls, and trying to meet suitors. But she's using Tommy, the other girl, as this like fake suitor, and they're both in on it and no one else knows. So it's just like really fun. Also, there's this other element where like Philippa loves reading, and she has this big library, and she invites all these like women, all her friends, to basically like a book club. And so that's like a really cute aspect of her character. And basically one of her friends gets like her work stolen by this man, so she's like on this kind of journey to try and prove that he stole her work and that like more women should be recognized for their work. So it's really fun, and I really like the fact that Tommy is like a super unconventional, interesting character, and is also really confident in her family and in her history. Even though the writing is not as good as I think it could be, I do really like this aspect of like Tommy being really confident in her masculinity, and she mentions multiple times that she feels like both a man and a woman, and I just think that can spark a really interesting conversation around gender and gender roles and gender norms, and just how this plays into society even now, and what it could mean to this character in this book, because it could just be really fun to speculate about if this character is experiencing something outside of the cis experience, or if her sexuality inclines her to be more receptive and open to masculinity and like just experiences that aren't traditionally woman experiences. So I don't know, I just think it's really interesting. I really like both characters and I'm having a lot of fun right now. It's getting real fun, so I'm excited to keep reading. Hi friends, happy Sunday. This angle is horrible because you can see all my dirty clothes on the floor, but that's fine. Just, you know, just ignore that. So today's Sunday, and that means it is officially my last day of spring break. I go back to school tomorrow, but honestly, like, I'm not too mad about it. These next few months are kind of gonna be pretty busy for me. I'm gonna be wrapping up my semester. One of my best friends is coming out here to visit me, and then I'm going to be preparing to move for next semester. So it'll be a lot, but hopefully it'll be for the best. So anyway, I'm cherishing this day because it's the last day of break, and I'm just trying to not put any pressure on myself and just have a good day. So last night when I was going to sleep, I just had such a like heavy thinking night, you know what I'm saying? And I was just thinking so much about how I hate that I'm on my phone so much, and how like my attention span is so horrible because of my phone, and how I feel like it genuinely depletes my life. Like it just takes away from my actual life that I'm presently in. So my goal today was to not go on my phone first thing in the morning, and I actually like followed through, so good job girl. I also have been really wanting to prioritize meditating more because I know it's something that is good for me and helps me, but I am so like reluctant to do it recently. So I did meditate this morning and that felt really great. So yeah, so far this morning I went on my Switch and played Animal Crossing in the morning because I just figured like, yeah, it would be a good thing to switch with my phone. Switch. Because, you know, it's still something that like is activating my brain first thing in the morning, but it's not like, because for me, the thing with my phone is like the socialness of media stresses me out literally so much. So that's what I kind of want to like step away from a little bit. And so I played Animal Crossing this morning, I meditated, I made myself breakfast, and I watched the new video Kendall Ray put out, and I also watched the new Killing Eve episode. That was another thing. I like didn't want to go on Twitter this morning because I knew I was going to see so many spoilers, and I already saw spoilers last night, so I was like, I really have to hold out. And this episode is the second to last episode of the series, and like honestly I feel like pretty disappointed in this last season, but like I still love it so much. Like I just have really high wants and expectations, but I'm still like so giddy every time I watch an episode. So that was really fun. I needed to like get it done like early today, or else I would just be thinking about it all day. But anyway, the rest of my plans for today pretty much just consists of laying around and reading. I'm gonna continue reading my book. I thought it was over here, but it's not, which I'm really enjoying so far. I think I'm also going to take a walk and listen to the audiobook for what is it called? When No One Is Watching, that's what it's called. This is the fit. I'm just going to walk around outside and listen to my audiobook,
and then I think I might get Starbucks to treat myself. But this is my jacket that I love. I've had it for years. I got it from the men's section at Forever 21. I just have this cute striped shirt on, some sweats. I have my rubber ducky socks on and my white Vans. And I just have my fanny pack right here and my mask. Hello, I am back from my walk. I took like an hour and a half-ish walk probably. I did go to Starbucks. I got one of my regular drinks that I get, which is the strawberry acai drink with lemonade and no berries. I don't like the berries. I listened to the rest of the book I was listening to, and I just finished it literally moments ago. This book definitely wasn't my favorite thing ever. I think the concept of it is really cool and really smart because it kind of explores the horror of gentrification. The problem I had with this book generally revolves around the pacing. I feel like the pacing of this book was honestly not good at all. Like, the thriller aspects of this book didn't really come into play until like 65% of the way through. I just personally don't think there needed to be as much build-up as there was to all these other really interesting and shocking plot points that came at the end. And then because it was so drawn out throughout the whole book, at the end it felt really rushed to me. Like, it felt like an action movie at the end. Like, it was just like it was all happening at once, like 0 to 100 so quick. I feel like so quick also that you didn't get a lot of time to mourn certain things that had happened and to let things like settle, because things were just happening so fast at the end. So I think this book was okay. I think it did have a lot of value, and it was like something I've never read before. I think the commentary on everything that was talked about was done really well, and I really liked the main character, Sydney. Also, there was like a romance in the book, and I just felt like that could have totally been left out. So I don't know, kind of indifferent. I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars. It is 9 p.m. already. I'm so confused. Anyway, I haven't read any more since I finished oh my god, am I ever gonna remember the title of this book? Anyway, I haven't read anymore since I finished my book, and basically I've just been editing my video that I made. I just spent like quite a while editing it, and honestly I had a good time editing it. It was fun. I'm excited to get it up and post it, but since it's around 9 p.m. I just made myself a big old bowl of pasta, as I should, and I got myself some water, and now I think I'm probably just gonna watch something while I eat, and I might try and read like a chapter or 2 tonight, but I'm not gonna like stress if I don't get to it. So anyway, that is it for my vlog. Wow, what a week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and joining me on my spring break. I know it was kind of boring. It was just a little lackluster. I don't do much. I just read and eat, but I still had a lot of fun sharing with you guys. So thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.